Alright, hey and hello guys, we're back with some more Overwatch, and I'm actually trying this a little bit different than I'm not really doing a face cam. Also, I decided to try it with a couple of different characters other than my usual, my bread and butter Soldier 76 and Bastion. So this time around, I figured I would try Diva. Since I've been doing a lot of research on the different characters and what their strengths and stuff like that are, I decided to go ahead and give it a try and try out the characters that I'm not so good with. So this time around, I went with Diva, and then in the second game here, I actually played as Reinhardt. So if I remember correctly here, I'm actually having a spray war with this guy here. I can't remember his name. Zenyatta, I think it is. But no, actually, the funny thing about it is Diva's actually quickly becoming one of my favorite characters to play, just because she's like a Doritos eating gremlin. And you can actually clear out an area with her first ultimate, which causes her mech to self-destruct. So this is actually going to be a pretty good gameplay. In a lot of my other Overwatch videos, I was talking about playing characters to their strength, and I never really did that with the other characters outside of Soldier 76 and Bastion. So I figured it was probably about time for me to start actually doing that. And I started working with Diva here and started playing her to her strength, getting in close, doing some damage, and then using her projectile shield and stuff like that to, just to actually use her to her strengths, and it actually worked out pretty good in this one here. Originally, I was a little bit worried about doing some gameplay on this map because I've never really had a very good experience on this map. Usually, we would get shut down pretty quickly, and then we would never get out of the start there. But no, this gameplay here actually went pretty good. After I decided to start playing my character to her strengths. On top of that, I think we had a really good team composition too, and we had some really good players who sort of knew what they were doing. As you guys can see here, I actually started using her defense matrix, and then on top of that, I was using her to sort of keep the cart moving and playing the objective there. And the Roadhog wasn't really that much of a threat to us because the whole team here was sort of playing the objective, and we actually do really good. I thought it was actually a really good gameplay. So, and as you guys can see here, we were playing the objective pretty hard. And we are actually back from our vacation. We lost a subscriber, so that wasn't too good. I hope you the best. But we recently, I put in for one of those competition channels for shoutouts and stuff like that. So I don't really know how well that's gonna go, but we'll see. If anything else, we'll continue to make videos regardless. And I did see that Tracer there, but I really wasn't too worried about her. I was more so chasing after that Reaper. But after this one, we have some Reinhardt, which I've never really been any good with Reinhardt, but I think that's just because I wasn't playing to his strengths. Also, as you guys can see, I don't have a webcam or a face cam up on this one. I kind of felt like doing something a little bit different, and actually not using it this time around. So. Here's where I used her ultimate, charged in, popped it, and then got out of there. And we actually did pick up a couple of good kills there with that, and then I just sort of brought her mech back in. But her ultimate there is actually really good. If you use her dash ability and you get on top of them, you've pretty much just created an ulti rocket that you can clear out an area with. So it's really good. I like it. Heroes never die. So if you guys are pipe smokers, pipe tobacco smokers, sorry, I'm actually breaking in my first meerschaum pipe. I've always wanted one, and we finally got one. And as you guys can see here, we actually do get this game. Yeah, there it goes. Victory. So that was pretty good. We played Diva to her strengths, just played a part of the team and played the objective, and we did pretty good. I don't think we got the player of the game though, which sort of sucks. But hey, we won the game, so that's what matters. Alright, and then we actually ended up leaving that game, which it wasn't actually an intentional thing. The game actually sort of kicked me out of it for some reason. I don't really know why. And then we open up a little bit of a loot crate here, and we got some nice little stuff. And then we jump back into it.
Now arriving at Ilios. Select your hero.
Yeah, and as you guys can see here, I actually chose to go with Reinhardt, which I was actually kind of a little worried about picking Reinhardt because I've never been any good with him. But this time around, I decided that I would actually play him to his strengths instead of trying to go, you know, beast mode with him, and it actually pays off in the run. Excuse me. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I had a sneeze.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
So the thing that you kind of have to remember about Reinhardt is he's not really a beast character, he's a wall character. So though he can do some good damage, the point of playing him is that you have that shield, so you have to get out in front of your team, and you actually have to block, you know, the incomings and, you know, the damage coming in while your team is doing damage to them out, you know, through your shield. And once I had kept that in mind and I decided to actually play him to those strengths, he actually does pretty good. And if I remember correctly, I actually end up charging here. Yeah, and I catch someone and run them off the wall, so that was pretty good. It was sort of a suicide run, but I managed to finally snag someone with my charge. It was a really good feeling. And then we actually get back on the point and then start, you know, playing him to his strengths, being a wall and keeping on the point.
Sombra online. Damage increased.
Yeah, and we also managed to pin someone with his charge there too, so it was actually pretty nice because it was one of the only times I've been able to actually get a pin with Reinhardt.
Pump up the volume.
My arrow finds its mark. Tactical necessity.
And like I said, you know, this game it's sort of a simple game, but it's hard to master. So you really have to figure out what a character's strengths are, and then you have to figure out how to play them to their strengths. And then you also have to figure out where they need to fall in the game. You know, for example, Reinhardt here is more of a wall character, so you have to be up front, you have to be that wall, and you're not really the aggressive. But on the other side of the coin, if you play someone like Tracer, it's to get in, do as much damage as possible, get out, then go back in, and then just cause a bunch of, you know, chaos there to try and, you know, muck up the team, so to speak. So it is important to figure out how the character needs to function in the game, and then just playing him, you know, him or her to their strengths. Which once you figure that out, it's a really good. You do a lot better with the characters there. That's what I was trying to say, guys.
Thanks, McCree. Don't worry, my friend. I have your shield. Zenyatta is here.
Behind you!
Just like old times.
There we go, and then we led the charge back onto the point with a shield. And it sort of really helped there because with that shield my team was kind of able to clear the point, and then it gets us, you know, all of that, you know, time there, or it gets us closer to that 100%. And yeah, we still got a couple minutes left in this match. So as you guys can see, I'm really not trying to do, you know, some MLG, you know, 360 hammer slam or something like that. I'm just sort of playing into his strengths, getting all of that stuff, and then, you know, just doing what I can to win the game there. And we actually end up winning the point on that one for round 1, and we actually end up winning it the second time around. So it was pretty nice.
Up the tempo.
Oh yeah, and here's where I'm actually having the spray contest with Zenyatta.
We shall prove ourselves in glorious combat.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2.
Oh, he's gone, he's gone. Haha, and then I won the spray match. I won it.
The enemy is here.
Now this here, I pretty much just did the same thing that I did in the first playthrough with Reinhardt. And Reinhardt's kind of one of those nice characters that you don't really have to try and be all twitchy with him, because you can just wall up and then stay in front of the team, and then, you know, you'll be able to help out from there. And then. Yeah, I kind of did get picked off there, but seeing as how we were at 14% and they were at 0, it really wasn't that big of a loss.
There's still fight in me yet. Get these jokers off my point.
F it up.
Yeah, that probably wasn't the smartest thing on my part, because everybody was there and I didn't really have, you know, much of a team to back me up on it. So yeah, that was a dumb move on my part, but at least we got someone on the
I
point.
am taking the objective. Join me.
Experience tranquility.
And there's Hanzo's ult. And then we got back on the point, got out in front of the team, and then took all that damage coming in. And at that point, I was kind of hoping my team would be shooting through the shield, but they weren't really doing that much damage with that. So I stayed up as far as I could, used up as much of my shield as I could, and then I got back onto the point after everything recharged. So honestly, I think that's something that you do have to remember if you're playing Reinhardt. He has that shield, but you kind of have to know when to use it and when to drop it and fall back. Because if you run it all the way out and then you're still stuck there, you're going to be in sort of a bad situation because you're not going to be able to protect anybody. So you kind of have to think of it as the gas tank on a boat. A third to get out, a third to get back, and a third in case of emergencies. But at the end of it, we won it here. So thanks for tuning in, guys. If you liked it, make sure you hit that like button and leave a comment. The rest of everything should actually be in the closer. So again, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching my videos. It's always nice to know that a pair of eyes are watching it. Like I said, the rest of it will be in the closer, guys, and without further ado, cue that closer. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button, and don't forget to leave a comment down below. Also, if you guys want to check out the other things, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, all of that's going to be in the description below, so don't forget to check that out. Also, if you guys do want to subscribe, don't forget to click that subscribe button. But if you guys don't want to, I'm not going to hold your arm behind the back. So, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will leave that light on for you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.